Hello and welcome to episode 9 of RaiderIO's weekly No Leaver. I'm your host, Sean, and today I'm joined with the incomparable donut queen herself, Roiben. Thanks for being here.
That's me. Hello. I'm so excited to be here and to talk to you again. It's been a while, actually.
It has been a while. I wore my Batman shirt for you so that we could be Batman and Roiben for this key.
Right.
Yeah, pretty
Perfect.
excited. My mom will be happy about that. Shout out to moms who are watching.
Wearing my wasted shirt.
That works.
That does not have a particular reason.
That works. That way, I mean, in the Killing Joke, Robin, spoiler alert from this 29-year-old comic, but Robin dies. So technically, he got wasted.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
So it fits. It fits.
All right.
Yeah.
So because we're Batman and Robin now, the first thing I'm going to do before we start the keys, I'm going to give you the friendship bond. Look at this. We're friends now for the duration of this key.
Oh, that's huge. That's huge. We are big friends here. We are getting ready to run a key. I'm glad you said that. For those of you who are new, Weekly No Leaver is a podcast where we run a key and have a chat. And today we're going to be running a plus 12 Halls of Atonement. We're going to use, there's actually like this new hotness route that you're probably familiar with, seeing as you are who you are and your score is what it is. But yeah, it's RaiderIO. We just released a video for it, breaking it down. But it's the same route that Missed Count used in their plus 20 that they ran a little while ago. And I'm going to guess it's the same route that you're familiar with, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah.
We will see.
Are you ready to do a key with me? Are you excited? I'm excited.
I am so excited. This is the first key ever I'm doing with you.
Yeah, it really is. That is. For those who don't know, Roiben and I first met and interacted during the Race to World First for Mana Forge Omega, and we co-casted together for Method. And I mean, I received feedback that we were the best pairing. Again, it was from my mom, but that counts.
It 100% counts. I know there was a couple of people in chat saying the same thing, so it's not only your mom.
It was mom. She has burner accounts. Mom has multiple Twitch accounts.
Oh, no. It was all her, you're saying.
Yeah. Perfect. Roiben, so let's talk about this. Oh, it's my key. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, perfect.
I'm gonna do another
Perfect
countdown.
start to the key.
Nice meta.
So
I
look at the demon hunter. That guy's really sad right now.
He hates me right now. My goodness. I need to focus while I incarn and put the key in. Okay, there we go. So, Roiben, let me ask. So you are a super competitive player in the WoW space. How did you get into competitive Warcraft?
I did start playing World of Warcraft and I played super casually. I started back in the last couple of weeks of the Burning Crusade. And then I took a super long break of like 5 or 6 years. I skipped the Legion fully. I skipped Mists of Pandaria fully. I skipped, what was there as well? Warlords of Draenor, I believe. Mm-hmm. And then I came back. And when I came back, I started playing a lot more with friends. Because before that, I played like kind of by myself, just logging in the evenings for an hour or two and not really doing anything serious. So then when I came back and I started playing with my friends, then I also started playing a little bit more competitive because they were like, oh, this new system is here now. You can do keystones with like different key levels and you just increase the key level if you time the key and all that. It was all new to me. And then I think he distracted me.
Oh, no.
He's so cool. Oh, no. I cannot believe this. Chad, you saw that. It was his fault. But yeah, basically, I just started playing with friends. And then with the friends group, it was like, oh, let's try key level higher and go a little bit higher. And then it just happens. And I just started like sliding into this, go a little bit higher and a little bit higher and a little bit higher.
Okay. And you just kept climbing. So you like, were the hooks dug in right away? Were you like, this is my jam? Like, I need this in my life?
I don't think it happened straight away. I think it was just, I don't know. I think it's a good question. It's hard to describe. I think it was more of a, I can do keys and it's fun to try and go higher, but I didn't really have like the drive to, I need to push it. Yeah. So I think that just happened over time. It's got like more and more. And at some point it was I kind of want to push now and I need this going higher and the feeling of doing a successful key on a key level that hasn't been done before.
Did you?
You know
When
what?
did
It's
you?
really hard to talk and play healer, by the way.
You should try tanking.
But you were just pressing thrash.
That's
And
true.
the
It's
other
true.
thing.
Called out chat. She called me out. I am literally just pressing thrash. I actually have. Don't tell any of the real tanks that you know, but I have iron for just macroed into thrash.
Oh, that's so smart, though.
Yeah,
I
I'm always
like that.
pressing it.
Don't tell any other tanks, though.
Yeah,
it's
no, yeah.
Our tank healer secret.
That's right. That's right. That's just between us. That's just between us. So let's talk about. So you tried Mythic Plus. You kept pushing, getting higher and higher, and then at some point you decided, hey, you know what? Let's go for it. And you entered the MDI. What was that first MDI experience like for you? And what made you feel like, you know what? I want to see how good how I stack up.
Ooh, I don't think I fully remember my first MDI experience. I think it was just a bunch of friends, and we said, let's just play for fun. We don't have any expectations, just like see our team in some leaderboard in like the top 50s that no one really cares about, right? But for us, it was super special back then. And I think it was more of a factor to be a high key pusher on live servers, and seeing that I was very successful there, that it came together with, well, we're so successful on live servers, why not just do the same in a tournament?
Okay.
Yeah.
When you saw that you were good at it, so you went, you're like, hey, let's just see if we can get ourselves on the list and look good. And then you realize, oh no, we're actually quite skilled at this. Was it difficult for you to make that decision to be like, hey, I want to hard lean into doing this?
I don't think it was very difficult, because I think it's maybe because it happened at the same time where I decided to be a full-time streamer. And obviously there's all kinds of ways to play World of Warcraft, right? You don't have to push high keys. You can also just farm achievements, be a pet battle master, or just farm transmogs or mounts or whatever. But since I decided I want to do this full-time, and I was already going for like the key pushing, I don't think it was a hard decision to say I want to do this more competitive now.
So we've got, talking about the MDI, we actually have an MDI coming up. I'm just waiting to get a kick on this mob before I ask this question. Oh, please cast.
I'm going to stop the double.
Okay.
Boom, roar.
There we go. We have an MDI coming up in a little while. We're getting close to the War Within Season 3 MDI. So last season you ran with the group 07. Great name, by the way. It's an S tier MDI name. Can we expect to see 07 on the broadcast this time?
Yes and no. So Shadow and me have unfortunate timing with our vacation. We're leaving this Friday for 10 days, which means we're fully missing the time trials. Time trials are gonna be over one day before we're coming back. So we don't really have an option to qualify or like put in a lot of time right now to practice. And it is time to practice right now for most of the teams that are playing very seriously. But we might have a little surprise if it works out. We have 2 people replacing Shed and me, which is allowed. Trying to qualify with our team, I think we might go under the name 07 again.
Okay.
And if they qualify, then Shed and me are gonna take the spots again, and we might end up playing.
Okay.
So
okay.
maybe.
Can you, like, what are the rules? What are the rules there for like the team comp from qualifiers to the actual tournament? How, like, are you allowed to? How many people can you swap out? Basically, I guess if you're not going to be there for the qualifiers, how does that work?
I don't know the full specifics, but I think it is allowed to swap out up to 2 people from your team.
Okay.
So in our case, it would be a perfect fit because it is me and Shadow, 2 people that are missing.
Okay.
But I don't know what the exact specifics are. I think it has to be between the end of time trials and then there's like a deadline of, I don't know, maybe something like after the time trials end, you have 2 weeks to decide and make the swaps. Otherwise, it's not allowed anymore or something like that.
Okay. If any of our DPS are listening to this key while we run it, could one of you kick Moon, please?
We got this. We got this. Wait, I have my interrupt ready. I'm going out there. There we go. Oh no, it didn't make it all the way to
It's
me.
okay. It's close. It's close enough.
We got it.
That's right. This is a true pug experience. There's no shot calling. He's just a tank and a healer doing their weekly key. Can you say who is replacing you for the trials? Is that something that you can announce? It's okay.
I don't think we're making a secret out of it, because obviously while we're leaving on Friday, they are gonna start playing live keys together, just to get a little bit of practice. Or actually, I think might even be tournament service already, because I think they have opened yesterday.
Okay.
If I heard that correctly. So it's gonna be Frush, DJ Frush. It's a known elemental shaman player. I think he's also multi-classing, but he's probably most known to be an elemental shaman. And Wickman, my Resto Druid buddy, that is kind of one freaking Resto Druid, has had some Prot Paladin keys as well. I just saw recently. But
Okay.
yeah, that's the two people.
Is this their first time competing in the MDI?
I don't know. I really don't know.
This is very exciting. This is like breaking news on Weekly No Leaver here. This is good stuff. I dig it.
Wait, we're doing a +12, I just realized. I thought it was a +10.
Yeah, no. We don't do 10s. Actually, that's a question. We might as well segue right into it now. I do want to ask about your content creation and your decision to go full time, but we'll come back to that. But you mentioned this is a 12, and I wanted to ask, how do you feel about the removal, the essential removal of affixes from high keys? Because we're doing 12s and above, and you really don't have any affixes at this point. How has that change been for you?
I love it. I really love it. I think most of the affixes were super annoying to deal with. And I think especially affixes like, for example, Sanguine was one of the worst affixes ever that also had an influence on the route that, oh no, we ninja pulled. Mr. Tank, this is not part of the route.
I needed somebody to kick that obliterator, and the melee DPS just hard focused the melee. And the range, our hunter, to our hunter's credit, he did get it. He got the first kick, but I normally play Prop Paladin on NA, so I don't have shields here, and I didn't have the ability to ask one of the melee to run over and just give that guy a quick little kick. It's okay. An extra pack is fine. We can, I think we can just remove a Stoneborn later. Oh, I know what we can remove. We're good. It's okay. This route is very flexible. Okay. It might be the perfect route, and I don't want to take credit for it because I definitely didn't create it, but it might be the perfect route. So let's pull the boss.
Well, then, luckily for us, we don't have to adjust the route for any sort of affixes, right?
That's right. Yeah, we don't have to adjust them for affixes. Yeah.
Imagine you have. Remember, one of the other affixes that was super impactful when it came to routing was bolstering.
Yeah.
And bolstering was an affix that got multiple changes while it existed. For example, at the start, it was, I think it bolstered bosses as well.
Yep.
Which was the first thing that got removed. And then it also was a thing that was permanent. So whenever you bolstered the mob, it would just be bolstered for until it died.
Yep. Bolstering was awful.
It got changed, right? Then it was just, I think, like a 15 or 20 second duration debuff on the mob. So it would drop whenever that time would pass. And then it got fully removed, right?
Yeah.
And that was definitely an affix. Like, imagine halls where you have the big shard pulls and then a bunch of smallies around it. You would just infinitely bolster that shard, and in bolstering weeks, you would just have to adjust your route to not play shards with a lot of small mobs. So I'm happy that affixes are gone on one side. On the other side, I think it added a little bit of spice to the like weekly routes as well, and you had like a little bit of like variety. So I can see both sides, but generally I'm just happy it's gone. I think
I think back in in a time when we would run the same 8 to 12 dungeons all season long, I think that the affixes bringing that spice and that variety makes sense. But I think in the current age where it 8 new dungeons every season. I don't know. Like, I mean, you're really getting that spice and that variety from the dungeons. I think from me.
Yeah.
So you mentioned bolstering, which was awful. I was also thinking of prideful, which is another one that we would have completely been screwed over multiple times because of the extra pulls here.
Yeah.
What affix do you miss? Is there one that you're like, I would really like to have that one back?
Oh yeah, explosive. That was an amazing affix. Explosive was so good. It was the healer's job only, and it was like infinite nameplates on my screen. It was like your own mini game to find the correct. I'm obviously kidding. Explosive was awful. Let me think. I think there was a few seasonal affixes that I really liked.
Yeah.
I think you and me talked about this before on the Race to World First broadcast. You remember the name of the affix, surely? The one where you would just enter like a pillar, and then you fight the mini boss. You can drag that mini boss to wherever you want. It would drop another pillar, and you just leave wherever you killed that mob, which allows you to skip some trash. What was the name of that?
I think it was Awakened or Awakening, something like that.
Yeah. So that one I really liked, but I don't know if that counts because it's a seasonal affix and not just one of the normal ones.
That counts. I'll take it. I think that counts because it's the one I would pick too. So none of the normal ones, like the only normal one I think I would say I liked is like entangling, stuff that you can ignore. I would have unironically said I liked explosive, but it's because it's not my job to deal with.
Oh yeah, obviously, because it's not your job, so you didn't even notice it was there.
Yeah, so that would be my pick. Yeah, let's talk. I want to talk a little bit about. So you, at the same time when you were deciding to be an MDI competitor and to really like climb to the top ranks of the game, you decided I'm going to be a full-time content creator as well. What was that journey like, and when did you decide to join Method, and how has that changed your trajectory?
Ooh, I think it was really rough at the start because content creating is not a thing you say I'm gonna do that now and then it's just working out, right? Obviously, content creating and being a streamer or content creator depends heavily on a viewership, right, and community. So if you want to do that, but you have no viewers, then you just cannot do that because you need to earn some money, obviously. So it was rough at the start, but I think I was very, very lucky to have, like, I had a bunch of people that were like instantly there and like forming a community and like kind of like memeing in chat and helping to build up, like the donut thing, for example, is something, it just happened because the people that I'm surrounded with and the people in my chat were like creating this thing with me, right? So I think I was just really, really lucky to have these people in my chat, and I still have most of the people that were there from the beginning in my chat and just visiting at times and saying hello. But yeah, it was still, I think, still a rough thing to start with and be like, this is my job now, and even if I don't feel like gaming for a day, I kind of have to do this because this is my job, right? So it's like a 50-50. It's obviously very nice to make your hobby to be your job as well, but it also has negative sides for sure.
What are some of it definitely, as being a full-time content creator, especially when you're relying on that for all of your income, very stressful. What are some of the challenges you faced? I mean, it sounds like you were really lucky with, having very early on a lot of people in your community, but oh no.
Was this invisible? I died to poo-poo. I blame Shelly again. That's the easy thing to do here.
Yeah, listen, we can blame Shelly for all mistakes in this key. Shelly's fault. He's not here to defend himself. That's just how it works.
Yep.
So yeah, what were some of the challenges you faced, or even now? Like, is there anything like, do you wake up at any point and be like, oh man, I think maybe I can't do this anymore, or do you feel comfortable now as a content creator?
I think it's, I mean, for a middle-sized streamer, I would say it's normal that you sometimes wake up and be like, ooh, can I really do this anymore? Because it's like something that you might not be able to do until you're super old, right? looking at the streamers out there, there's obviously WoW Grandma. She's an amazing person. Oh,
This is not going well.
okay, we have more reses. No, we don't. We can do this. We can do this.
We don't have reses though. We're out of reses.
We don't need more DPS players. We need the healer and a tank and one DPS player, and we're gonna defeat this boss.
I believe.
We need to believe.
He's gonna get those. Perfect. Now we're gonna hard focus the boss. I know you are listening, Meek. I am gonna pop in here. I was gonna save it, but we're gonna send it.
Maybe just some random kicks on the mobs outside.
Yeah, I can roar.
Ooh, perfect. This. See, it's really hard to do a boss like that and talk at the same time.
Yeah, and I'm a jerk because I asked like deep questions for this.
Wait, can I shadow melt this? I can shadow melt. Oh, I still get stunned, and it's not clearing anything. Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
That's okay. We're gonna overcome. I believe. Make sure I'm targeting the boss. That would be awful if I spent the last 8 globals targeting ads.
Oh no, we're all getting hit here. It's a team effort, guys.
That's right.
Sharing.
There's less. The stun is a shorter duration. That's a fun fact people didn't know. That's inside tech. The stun duration is shorter if you're all in it.
Someone's gonna try that, Sean. You cannot say this.
You're right. Chat, for legal reasons. That was a joke. Please do not try that. We did it. We did it, fam. I'll bring the next pool out here. I don't have Incarn for it, but I'm sure it'll be fine.
Strong, independent bear.
That's right.
Right, so back to your question, because I was just starting to super focus here, so we're not dying.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think streaming, if you're like not a super big streamer, is something that you can do forever, because you're obviously not earning enough money to like put enough to the side so you can live off it at some point when you're super old. But then again, there's like WoW Grandma, for example, and she's an amazing person that's like, I think she's over 70 years old and she's still gaming and still streaming. So, you know, maybe there's a chance to do that for a long time. But nonetheless, I think it's definitely a thing you sometimes wake up and ask yourself, can I really afford to do this for... or for how much longer can I afford to do this? And it's also sometimes just a small, stupid thing, just like asking yourself, do I actually have content? Do I have something to do today? Or do I just have to like start my stream and then I'm just sitting around and I'm like running circles in Dornogal to get invited to something, right? So there's like small things here and there where it's definitely... something you think about, right?
Yeah.
Trash into boss?
Yeah, trash into boss. We're doing it.
Hell yeah.
I saw this in the MDI and in Shadowlands, so it worked for them. Surely it'll work for us. What's the worst that could happen? Here we go. Trash into boss. I dig it. So I mean, I love that your community, like right away, they were like, they sort of found you and you guys found each other and that you've been growing together. Can you tell us, so I asked on the race roll first, but I want to ask for anybody who didn't see that that particular day, where does the term donut, the title, I won't say term, where does the title of Donut Queen originate from?
It just happened with my chat because I like donuts and I like sharing like food pictures and like, I just love food. So I talk a lot about food and I think donuts was just something that sticked with people in my chat. So it became a thing that whenever I had donuts, which happens quite frequently, then I would show pictures and communicate multiple times that I'm having donuts that day. So people just picked it up. Like that's what I'm saying. I think I'm really lucky with my community. They just pick up things and they make it like a thing for the community.
I love it. That's great. It's great to have that vibe, that sort of like that cozy feel of like, hey, you know, you're just gaming with friends, basically. Yeah, I like that a lot. That's really nice. Okay, all right. So we're in here. We obviously just saw a clutch out on that last boss. You are one of the best healers in the world. I want to ask you, what is an underrated skill that somebody can bring to an M+ group? Like, what is that ability or talent that, you know, a player has that you're like, it's not just raw DPS or HPS, you know, but it's like that one thing, like this person is clutch because of this.
I think general awareness, not only smashing your DPS buttons and playing your rotation and just like autopiloting through a boss, but very often, because M Plus isn't scripted, like you try to script as much as you can for like defensive scripts and when are you pressing which offensive CD and all that. But since there's so many factors and so much happening all the time, that it will. Sorry, I had to save a heroic demon hunter dashing out to the lantern there. There's just too many things happening that you can script everything, and I think a player that's able to not only stick to a script, but also see what's happening and adjust and do like decisions on the fly, that makes an insane player, right? Like, let's just take this demon hunter right now. He saw he's fixated, and then he's not just, oh, I'm just gonna stand in melee because usually the tank pulls them up to the lantern and I just stand in melee. He saw it, so he dashed out, right?
Mm-hmm.
While I think there's a lot of players as well, they wouldn't notice. They just stand in melee because I'm just gonna follow the tank, and if the tank isn't positioning the boss for me, then I will just not play the mechanic.
That's the tank's fault.
Yeah, it was actually, that's what I'm trying to say. It was your fault there for Demon Hunter having to dash out.
Yeah, I appreciate it. So
please focus up, Sean.
Can you lock in, sir?
Oh, we're zooming in this keto.
We are zooming, yeah. Even with 3-manning that boss.
This mini boss just died.
Yeah, these I told you, I only bring pumpers. The Demon Hunter that you mentioned is exceptionally good at the game. And the cat as well. I am a big fan. I know Feral Druids are doing okay this season, but there are 2 Feral Druids that I play with, one on EU and one on NA, that I would take over just about any other player any day of the week because they're just so incredible. So shout out to your cats. Be nice to your cats, folks. Yeah. I like that you talked about Mythic Plus and how it's sort of like jazz and how you have to like react on the fly and stand in the F flow. And with raiding is very much more scripted than that, I feel. Raiding is like an orchestra where everybody has a job and you're doing your job. You very recently hit a huge milestone in your raiding this tier. You achieved World 6th. How did that feel?
Yeah. It was amazing because it's not just the rank that you put on the leaderboards, it's like how it happens, right? It's not like, there you go, you just get the World Rank 6. We put in so much effort and time and preparation into achieving this, and it felt really nice to have like so many people that are like-minded around me, everyone working towards the same goal. Ooh, we got this. And just like, it was, I don't know, it's hard to describe. It was just like you could go on Discord at any time of the day, and there was people looking at stuff for the bosses and like looking at VODs and logs and trying to improve and all that. So maybe because myself, I'm so competitive, I just enjoyed it so much. And then
what was your previous best?
6 on top. Previous best was the tier before. We got the world rank, I think 11 or 12. I don't remember. So, I mean, basically the guild just had some insane tiers, like one after another. I think it went from something around world rank 14 to 11 or 12 to now world rank 6.
That's crazy.
I think that makes it even more special. Like being part of the guild is becoming better together.
Right. What was the, like, how much harder did World Rank 6th feel from 11?
A lot harder, actually, because in the previous year, when we got the World Rank 11 or 12, whatever it was, we were perfectly grooving on the nerf wave. So basically, when we reached the boss, it got nerfed. Then we got to the next boss, it got nerfed. So we kind of had like the perfect timing to get to bosses, and it was just easier and easier. This time around, we played Nexus King and Dimensius fully unnerfed. So we played we literally played the same bosses as the Race to World First guilds with almost the same item level, maybe 1 or 2 item level more. And that feels a lot better and makes it also a lot harder to execute than coming there and bosses are just getting nerfed, right? Yeah,
that is a lot harder. Did you know, like, did you guys come into the tier saying, hey, listen, let's let's push for top 10, let's push for top 5, or did it just happen like naturally?
I think it just happened. And we also now started, when I joined the guild, it was like a 5-day raiding guild. And we now decided that for going into next year, we wanted to stay, best case, at the world rank we achieved now, maybe even one more better. And we decided to go for 7 days. And I think it just naturally happened because we noticed, hey, it's going pretty well and everyone is enjoying it. Let's just add a little bit more. And since we got better and better the last 3 tiers, it just fell all together, and now we're gonna go even a little harder again.
I love it. I'm very excited. Listen, if you need bodies for splits next year, let me know. I have a bear. I can boomkin and single button for you. I will come trade my loot to advance. I am very, very happy to help.
Have you actually tried the single button rotation boomy? I've heard it's not
no, I haven't. I imagine it's very easy though. I've seen videos. How hard could it be? It's boomkin is already almost a single button. Sorry if you're listening to this or watching and you are a boomkin, but it is already almost a single button. So Pico is right now sending me my pink slip.
I'm innocent. He said it.
We blasted the doors off this key. If you want to race against us, this key will have the Mythic Plus replay in the description of the YouTube video when this video goes live on Friday. So if you see on the top of my screen here is the Mythic Plus replay system, and it tracks your keys, and you can race against yourself, your guildmates, or keys you pick. So you can race against it. Roiben, if you have a few more minutes, I would love to keep talking with you.
Of course.
Perfect. Yeah. All right, let's switch screens here so that we are just the two of us, and change it here as well. Okay. So we talked about Mythic Plus, we talked about Raid, and I want to know, which do you prefer? What's your preference? Do you like Mythic Plus or raiding?
So I think I like Mythic Plus more, because that's the thing that I can do on a daily basis. It's not like a weekly thing and then you're just sad that it's over. You can just do it at any time, right? But I gotta say that at the start, I was only raiding because I needed gear to play keys. So I didn't want to raid, but I had to. The last, I would say, 3 to 4 tiers, I actually started enjoying the raiding thing a lot. And now I would say it's a rough decision if I like raiding or Mythic Plus more.
Okay, I like that. It's getting tighter. Okay.
Yeah.
What would it take to make raiding push over to the top? And is there this? I have a second question. It's bad interviewing tech to ask one question and then immediately another one, but I'm doing it. Is there a world where Advanced says, "Hey, why don't we push for top 3, top 2, race to world first?"
So I'm gonna answer the second question first. I don't know. I could see it happen, because why not? Like I said, the last 3 tiers we just went a little harder and a little harder, so might happen. I cannot speak for everyone, right? And I think at some point you also run into the issue that we have people that are working. And for someone that's working a normal job, you either have to take time off from work and you're kind of like wasting your vacation days that are limited, or you just have 0 free time. You just come home, you instantly start raiding, and then you go sleep, you go work. Like, it's super exhausting. So I think changing and going for more and harder is gonna run into the issue at some point that some people just can't go for that schedule anymore.
Right.
So I don't want to talk for the whole guild, and I don't know if that's something the guild even wants as a whole, but I could see it happen from looking at what happened the last few years. What it would take for me that I would like rating more than M+, it's hard to tell. I don't think there's anything I could point to or say this one thing has to happen. Maybe it's just being more competitive. If I feel like if we actually decide going for a race to world first, then it might be something like super special, and I might say that I like it more than the M+ thing. Let's see.
Okay. Maybe. That's exciting stuff.
Not.
I love it. So you, again, I've said it a couple times, but I want to reiterate, you are one of the best healers in the world. Like, not just in this dungeon group, not just on your raid team, like in the world, you are one of the best. in Raid and in Mythic Plus. What are some of the challenges you faced in game getting to that point? When getting that recognition that is super deserved.
Oh, I mean, it's like kind of a cliche, right? But because I'm a girl, then I don't think it's a secret. I had to deal a lot with you're just there because your boyfriend, or you're only finding teams because your boyfriend gets you in there, or you just boosted and people only play with you because you're a girl and all that. So like going through this, it kind of stopped because I think at some point when you're successful enough, people can't say you got boosted to rank 1. Because I mean, I would say if I'm capable of getting boosted to rank 1, like holy moly, my teammates must be the most insane players in the world, that they can do it multiple times even. Plus, all the other players must be really bad if they can't do it with 5 people that are not getting boosted, right?
All right. That would be a great comeback. Yeah. I got boosted. You can't even get it unboosted.
yeah, exactly. Like you're basically saying everyone else is really bad if someone else can get boosted to a better rank, right? So that is one thing, and I think also like interesting enough, within a team, I think sometimes it, not because people are doing it intentionally or with like a bad purpose or anything, but sometimes it's harder to be heard. When I say something, then it's like, oh yeah, maybe not. But then it's like, I know, let's take, because he's probably the GOAT. Then someone says, oh, Ken said this, aka Zaidia said this. And it's like, I'm sitting there thinking, I said exactly the same. But when I said it, it was like, maybe not. But then it's like, oh shit, he said it. It has to be really, really good, right? But maybe that's something other healers are going through as well, right? Like obviously you're in a permanent competition, not only when it comes to the leaderboards, but you're also comparing yourself to other healers permanently. You're comparing your DPS to other DPSs, right? And then I think it's part of being successful at a team to be able to point out, well, they're playing the same DPS composition, but they killed the boss half a minute faster. Why? There must be something they do better, and that's not meant in a mean way that you're bad, why are you not doing this, but as a chance to improve as a team and figure out why is it, maybe there's something we just didn't see or don't know, and then you just learn and you become better like that, right? So I think that's like the main things, like just, I don't know, just being accused of you're boosted and not good enough and whatever.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't think there was like anything really hard. Maybe finding a team. That's, I mean, there's a lot of people out there that have to pug, and pugging is hell. I know that there's so many people out there, they want to play the game, but they cannot play the game because they're just queuing and getting declined. So yeah, that's probably the hardest part about M+ is finding 4 people that you can get along with that are not gonna hate each other after half a season and just disband again.
Yeah, that is rough. How did you, when you're getting, I just want to touch on it briefly, and if you don't want to talk about it, that's great. But when you were getting that vitriol, that negative energy from awful people, how did you deal with, like, did you have anything that you, like, did you just shut it out? Did you say, listen, I know I'm good enough, so these are, oh, I'm not supposed to swear. Did you shut it and say, these are bots, they don't matter to me? Like, sorry. Yeah. What was your, because I'm certain if you receive that, there are probably people who I would like to think this space has become more inclusive and is better now, but I know that the reality is probably that it's still super far from where it needs to be. So how did you deal with it? And maybe is there some way that could help somebody who's currently dealing with that same sort of rhetoric?
Yeah. Okay, so I mean, obviously the best thing always, and that's not only directed to like girls, because I think other people are dealing with that as well. It's definitely not only a thing that that female players or girls or whatever. Like, I think there's a couple of male players as well that are like, oh, you're so bad, you're getting boosted, you're only there because of friendship with someone. The best thing is to ignore it, obviously. But I'm gonna be honest, you will not be able, there's no 100% success rate in just not listening to it and just ignoring it, even though you know the majority of people are probably nice and friendly and supportive. But it sometimes happens, you have a bad day, you just, I don't know, you didn't sleep well, you just feel bad for that one day for whatever reason. Sometimes you just wake up and it's like, oh, today is not my day. So then, even though there's 99 positive comments, that one negative comment can hit you. And I think then the best thing you can do if you have like that one bad day where that one negative comment just gets to you, is to try and focus even more on the positive comments and friends and the people that you know you care about. Because after all, if some random person tells me you're really bad at the game, it's just a random person. I shouldn't really care because it's not a person I care about. So anything someone that I care about says should just have more weight naturally. But again, it's not really that easy to just always stick with that, right?
Right.
But yeah, I think ignoring it and allowing yourself to not be able to ignore it every single time, but then allowing yourself to be angry and really angry about it sometimes as well, and talking to other people, I think. Just the
like
things that can get you through.
I like that. That's great tips. Good advice. Don't ever take criticism from somebody you wouldn't seek out for advice. Is a quote that I heard that was really helpful for me. Although it doesn't always work. I was told that I was negative and incoherent on another podcast that I do, and that has consumed me.
Yeah, I mean, you will hear these things, and you will naturally just think about it, right? It's a really stupid thing, and it's so natural to us humans that all the positive things don't matter as much than as one small little negative thing. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
Because why would the big positive thing matter less than the small, tiny little negative thing? But that's just how it is.
Yep. If you're listening to this, take it from myself and Roiben. You are good enough. You are better than those negative things. Try to focus on the positive that is in you. Choose happiness. Roiben, let's shift. This is a heavy topic. We got into it. That was heavy. We got to shift. How do I get better? What is the best technique that you have for improving at the game?
Look at your own gameplay. What I'm doing a lot, and a lot of other people that are doing these high keys or high-end raiding, look at your own gameplay. Best case, you can record something, so you can just re-watch what you did and be critical about it. And look at logs as well. Don't be shy to admit someone else currently is better than you and does something better, or had better ideas, maybe smarter, figured something out that you just couldn't figure out, and try to adapt to that. And never assume that you're like already doing everything perfectly, because you're not. There's always the small thing that you can do better, and just be open for that. Like, just never close the doors for improvement, basically.
I like that. Accept also that sometimes you make mistakes, like not standing next to the urn on the third boss, and then your healer will flame you in front of a live audience for it.
Yeah.
Just have to accept these things.
Nice route tank. We overcounted.
It's not my fault. If this was a prideful season, we'd be so screwed.
Ooh, yeah.
Yep. Oh,
Worst
I dig
thing
it.
in prideful seasons. Ninja
Prideful.
pulling.
Yeah. Oof. Prideful was a nightmare. I didn't mind it because I like planning out routes. I think it's fun and like optimizing. Okay, we're going to get a prideful at this point. And obviously in high keys, the play was just to not play the pridefuls. But
right.
for us low key livers, it was like, okay, we got to play these pridefuls because we're not running full shadow mounts.
I remember that season. It was mainly a Holy Paladin season, and then you had your Venthyr Boomkins off-heal the Pridefuls because Holy Paladin was really bad at it.
Yeah.
So you at times had to press the Heart of the Wild healing convoke to go through that mob. It was a disaster, especially when it procced when you didn't want to proc it.
Yeah, nothing beats procs. Like proc-based abilities, those are the best. I love getting those. You know, I play with an elemental shaman getting ascendance at the end of a pack. He's really happy about that.
That's so sad when that happens.
Yeah. Robin, I have two more questions if you have time for them. One of the last ones, it's kind of a fun question, but the one before that, I want to just briefly, because I think I would be remiss if I didn't ask you to touch on the healer meta this season and how the healers are all handling keys, and do we all have to switch to Resto Druid?
we do have to switch to Resto Druid just because it's the most fun healer to play anyways. It doesn't matter if it's meta or not.
Okay.
But looking at the meta, it's really hard to tell. I obviously get that question a lot, right? When I'm streaming and people are coming into my chat, and I think everyone knows it looks to be Resto Druid or Resto Shaman at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So I get the question a lot. People coming in saying, I trust your opinion a lot. Is it Resto Druid or Resto Shaman meta? And the answer is, I don't know. Because healer kind of depends on the rest of your comp, right? I think Elemental Shaman, for example, right now is really good as well. So if you end up playing Elemental Shaman, then you obviously don't want to play a Resto Shaman. If for some reason you end up playing a Balanced Druid, then you will not play a Resto Druid. So it heavily depends on the DPS meta as well. And looking at the leaderboards right now, you see so many different specs, which is kind of nice to see.
Mm-hmm.
So my opinion right now is both are equally good, whatever fits your comp better. Long term, it might be a question of what's the first thing that makes you not time a key? Is it running out of a timer? Because then a Resto Druid would maybe be better for just healing throughput. Or is it dying because key level is too high so you get one shot? Then a Resto Shaman might be better because it's giving you 10% more HP to prevent those one shots. If you're not getting one shot, or if you can heal everything on the Shaman, you don't play Elemental Shaman, then Resto Shaman might be more damage output, but then Resto Druid might be, I don't know, better for dungeons like Floodgate, where you have the hardest healing check this season with the Swamp Phase, because it's just a lot easier to heal that boss on it. So when you see, it was a kind of a short question, but a super long answer because there's so many different factors, and it's not decided. It will get decided at some point. Just if you want to play meta, keep your Druid and your Shaman ready.
I love it. So if you were listening, go to Roiben's chat and make sure you ask every chance you get.
Oh no.
Hey streamer, what's meta?
You know, the funny thing is the meta questions are starting so early. I feel like you're playing PTR, which like way before the actual patch gets released, and there's like obviously a lot of class tuning and changes. Tier sets are not working. A lot of bugs. Like Blizzard is using the PTR phase to see and fix everything, and then you play PTR and people are asking, "What's the meta next season?"
Well, you know what? I get to generate viral clips. These interviews can't just be fun interviews. Roiben, can you give us the definitive midnight alpha tier list of healers right now?
Yeah. All right. So, okay, I need to do a short explanation because that's going to be a big surprise.
Okay.
Disc Priest was really, really bad in raid. You didn't play it, probably the worst healer. So I think Disc Priest is going to be meta because they will get buffed because they were so bad in raid, and we all know Blizzard is balancing around raid. So top healer, Disc Priest for the season.
Okay.
Void Weaver, if anyone's wondering. Then Resto Druid and Resto Shaman. Then after that, we're going to have Holy Paladins. Then we have, let's see. Then we have Mistweaver Monks, then we have Preservation Evokers, and then Holy Priests are the worst healer, but it's fine because Disc Priest is the best, so you just open your talent tree and spec into Disc instead of Holy.
Nailed it. There we go. You have, folks, if you're listening, that is the definitive Midnight Alpha healer tier list from Roiben. I want to revisit this. When Midnight releases... We're coming back to this. We're coming back. Okay. Well, but I have one last question for you before we call it a day. I'm having a lot of fun chatting. We need to find some way to have more Roiben time in our lives. I think everybody does. But my question is, it's a game. So it's a variation of a game that people are familiar with. So the game is Eat, Marry, Kill. And the choices are chocolate cake, ice cream, and donuts.
Oh. Wait, but then, okay, if I marry one of them, can I not eat it anymore?
Well, let's say, because I actually agonized over this before I put this question in. And what I settled on was eat, you can have like once or twice a year. Mary, you can have as often as you want, and it is ready. But kill, you can never have again.
Okay, so then we go for 100% marry the donut. Obviously, that's not even a question. I think because I really like ice cream and chocolate cake as well, but chocolate cake is kind of similar to donuts. So we're gonna kill the chocolate cake, and we're gonna, I'm sorry, and we're gonna eat ice cream.
I'm shook to the core. I thought for sure you were gonna kill the ice cream.
No, ice
your
cream
reasoning
is amazing.
Yeah, your reasoning makes sense. I dig it. Okay. That's it. That was my last question. Roiben, thank you so much for taking the time to do this. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for inviting me. It has been a pleasure. I'm always excited to work with you and with the RaiderIO team. I think you're a bunch of amazing people. And I think you and me, Sean, we still need to figure out when, it's not a question if, when we're doing a lore stream.
Yeah, we need to make that happen. A lore hour with Roiben. We could do it like leading up to midnight. Like, hey, we're going to break down everything you need to know about the lore heading into midnight, exclusively on Roiben's Twitch channel. I think that would be great. Can you tell everybody, mentioning your Twitch channel, can you tell everybody where they can find you?
Twitch TV/Roiben_.
It was very easy. What about Twitter? Are you on Twitter?
Oh, I am on Twitter, but that's a more complicated one. It's actually not Roiben, it was taken. It's Manu with WSTR.
Oh, wow. Okay. That is way more complicated. Just go to Twitch and then get there from there. Listeners, I want to say thank you so much for spending your time with us here at Weekly No Leaver. We really appreciate it. As I mentioned earlier, you can race against our key, the timer, the link to our Mythic Plus replay will be in the chat. And we will see you in the next episode. And remember, in a world where you can be anything, be kind.